now. G's birthday was this past Friday, so I hope you all can wish him a happy birthday. I know I'm going to go ahead and buy him a fast food taco in celebration later today.
What kind of taco?
A soft taco from Taco Bell.
I'll take that.
Yep. But the thing is, I kind of want the taco because I have a free coupon for one. So you can have the lettuce from the top. I still want the cheese. And then, yeah, we'll just figure it out from there.
Usually it's mixed, you know? They mix the...
Not really. Usually it's pretty, like, the little tiny bit of meat, if you want to call it that. Lettuce and cheese just kind of laid on top. I'll take the cheese off. You can take the lettuce. I'll put the cheese back on that thing. And yeah, happy birthday.
All right, yeah. So you could have that.
Yeah, Fanema Movie Podcast. We're back with another episode. A lot of energy from my side of the table, at least. I hope G can match. I feel like you have more energy than me today.
Not at the moment.
I think we'll see. I think we can get there. We got some interesting topics to talk about today. I think some that I definitely have some passion about, and I feel strongly about. And the first one is a new story that just came out, and it's one that really took me by surprise, personally. And that is that Attack on Titan, the very popular anime series that is, I believe, Season 3 just finished up recently. Attack on Titan will get a Hollywood adaptation directed by the man who directed It and is directing It Chapter 2, Andy Muschietti. This came as a shock to me because I don't know why anyone would want to touch an anime property, to be honest, in film. You right there, G?
I was just looking at the way you spelled Titan.
Okay, yeah, I knew. Okay, we don't need to go into that. I spelled Titan fine. I spelled it how you say it, Titan.
Okay.
It's all there. Andy Muschietti. You notice I only put Andy because I knew I spelled that wrong, and I didn't want to spell Muschietti wrong. The sad thing is, I guarantee I could spell Muschietti right.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a shocker right there.
And not Titan.
But
I think what happened was, I'm sorry, real quick. I think what happened is I had that stench from DCU, the damn Titans show ruined the word for me so far.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But anyways, what are your thoughts on Andy Muschietti choosing Attack on Titan as his next project?
Now, we were talking about this earlier with the other animated movie, or anime adaptations
to live action.
Yeah, to live action that has come out, and we named like Bleach and
almost every single one in history has been atrocious.
Death Note, Avatar: The Last Airbender. We put that in there.
Dragon Ball Evolution. Did you say that?
No, I had not. That's
like awful. Ghost in the Shell.
High
quality. Like the quality was there. The story wasn't good. It wasn't gripping or compelling in any way, shape, or form. I'm a big fan of Scarlett Johansson, but that was a big misstep as well.
And I think even in Japan they tried to.
Yep, Attack on Titan. They've done quite a few, and maybe it lands over there more so than here. But I haven't watched an anime adaptation that I don't know the source material for, and I can just say personally that I've never once been pleased by an anime adaptation to live action. And it's not that like one was on the borderline. I thought that so far every single one I've seen has been atrocious.
Yeah.
But the thing is with Andy Muschietti, I think that's a guy that if you see what he did with It, because there's quite a bit of source material to work with, and that's a pretty dense novel, to put that into a 2-hour movie and please the book fans as well as the normal horror fans and fans in general, I think that does speak to his ability as a filmmaker to take something with dense source material, say a full season of an anime, and perhaps maybe he is the one that can finally end that stench and give us a adaptation that is, something that the diehard fans and the source material fans, manga fans, all that will be able to enjoy, while it also plays to the general audience.
Yeah, I've watched. I think I'm pretty caught up with Attack on Titan, and it's a great anime. I love it.
It's fantastic.
And I'm trying to picture it on the big screen in terms of live action.
I just can't see it costing anything less than $80 million or more, which is a lot to sink into this thing.
Yeah, and to expect to get that sort of return.
Yeah.
In domestically, at least, I'm pretty sure internationally.
China would kill if it's good.
Yeah. That's true. And then
Actually, no. I take that back. It doesn't have to be good, because Transformers for a while was killing in China. Warcraft killed in China. So I think that I didn't think Warcraft was very good at all.
what about the Great Wall?
No, I don't. I don't know, to be honest.
Didn't that do well overseas?
I think it did better than here.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
That's the.
But I think that if Muschietti can at least, I don't know. I think he's proven that he can make good characters, and with his background in horror, I think that you can really. I think horror directors are some of the most crafty in terms of using their materials to the best of their ability. You know, and I think that he can really stretch a dollar. So I think that if you give Muschietti a decent budget to work with, let him really take the reins on this thing, I think we'll at least. I mean, I have full trust in him that he'll deliver at least a solid film. So, do I have trust in the property being adapted? No. No, I do not.
We don't like what studio is working.
The studio, I forget, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Legendary. Let me check on that, because Legendary just announced that they're also making a My Hero Academia Hollywood film, which I don't see that working. I just don't see it happening. I've only watched a little bit of My Hero Academia, mainly clips people have sent me, in 2 full episodes, and it's a really, really interesting show.
Yeah, a lot of fans out there. A lot of fans.
Yeah, huge following. Yeah. I mean, they had a animated film release, and it had a pretty good turnout. But it's like it's similar to video game movies, but the thing with video game movies is I think that so many of them should have worked, and they just haven't, because you got too many hands in the pot, or they're not willing to put enough money in, or get a good team around them.
Yeah.
And that could be the similar thing with these anime films. I think the creators sometimes are too precious with their material, and maybe aren't allowing filmmakers to have the full creative reign that they need.
Yeah, because it is pretty intimidating to go into this knowing that, there's like people who are extremely diehard fans, and if you alter or mess with the source material, it can cause problems. And
yeah, and like when you think, but the thing with this though is, like, for example, let me think of The Last Airbender, right? Those were problems that should have never been made, like calling Aang Ung, and
yeah, okay.
I mean, that's a dumb mistake to make. That's a dumb mistake to make. And not saying that if you had called him Aang, it would have been any better.
So you've seen that whole movie?
Yes, I have.
I have not,
sadly.
I've been told to stay away.
It took me 3 attempts to get through that, because I mean, at the time, Avatar was at its peak, and I loved that show. Who didn't? It's fantastic. And then getting this excitement when you see the trailer, especially.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Younger. I think maybe 14 or something. I think it was in 2008 actually. I remember that trailer got me so excited. Yeah. So excited. And we were so pumped, and didn't pan out.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've been more cautious about these anime adaptations. But I guess in the right hands, you never know. It's a matter of time. I also think that it's a problem when they get inexperienced filmmakers, or people who will take the job just because it's a big job, because they know they can kind of force their will, over them. If they're a new filmmaker, they don't have a lot of clout to their name and all that kind of thing. Maybe they don't have as much pull to do the things they want. Those are some of the guys they might go after, So with Muschietti, I think that he at least has a fighting chance to sort of make what he wants to make.
Yeah, I would say that. So you're saying you're giving this movie a shot. It's what I'm hearing.
I'm not completely writing it off.
Yeah.
As I do most. Well, I won't say that. Yeah, I'm giving it a shot. That's the best way to put it. Because I still watch these movies, and I still hope that they're good. Death Note was the last one the anime is phenomenal.
Nat Wolf?
That movie is terrible. Nat Wolf, I put in the worst. I hate doing this, but he put in the worst performance I've seen in a long time in that movie. Then his brother Alex Wolf goes and puts in a damn near Oscar-worthy performance in Hereditary. And the funny thing is, I went to see Hereditary, and they look so similar. I was watching, and this is after I saw Death Note, and I was like, oh, wow. I was wrong about this kid. I was like, this guy has the chops, man. He's killing it. And then it wasn't until It wasn't until a few days later when I was just looking up random, IMDb stuff, and I saw his the other Wolf brother, and it made more sense. But, yeah, that was not good.
Because I was like, what are the, like, I'm going to throw video game movies in there as well, but, like, what other movie, like, anime adaptation or video game movie has had, like, a really good director? And, well, if it is legendary, like, that's a pretty good, studio, like, behind them. I'm like, this is, at least for me, I feel like the first time I'm hearing. They got good people.
No, yeah, I mean, when you think about...
Well, like, they had M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That was 2008.
He was in our graces at the time.
Yeah, he was.
And you saw how that turned out. I guess it all just... There's so many... I think video game movies are a lot easier to please people. And it's just... I think they're so much easier to adapt, personally. Because you can stray away from whatever story you want. You just use the property, make a good story. You see that in Tomb Raider, where it wasn't a great movie. I thought it was decent. I thought it was good enough that I really did enjoy it because, well, one, I'm slightly biased because Alicia Vikander is one of my favorite actors in the world, and I thought she was incredible, but she sort of left everybody else in the dust. But I think that this you could have done something really special with what they had. Just a few tweaks to the story, maybe a few different casting ideas. It was very close. I saw a lot of potential. I haven't seen that in an anime adaptation ever. Like, I've seen traces of things that in Rampage, I didn't like that movie at all. But there was a scene in the third act that I thought was really great. I have not seen that from these anime adaptations.
So you're telling me you did not enjoy Dragon Ball Evolution?
I think that Captain Marvel's going to be a sequel because those
Goku going to prom?
Stop it.
Him just randomly eating a turkey leg?
Look, we're not going to go into Dragon Ball Evolution here because I think it hurt too much.
Oh, I understand. I feel your pain.
I guess to close this one out, as far as adaptations go, I'm pulling for Andy Muschietti. I really want this to be good because the series is great and it's an original kind of story. So pulling for him. But as the world all knows by now, Red Dead Redemption 2 released. And in honor of that, we're going to talk about just a quick off-the-cuff fan cast of, say they make a Red Dead movie. And let's say John Marston is the lead. Who you directing? Who you having direct this movie? Who's doing the score? And who's your lead? And you can throw in anything else you want. I'll go first so you can think a little bit.
Well, for the director, I'm just thinking the only one that I can think of right now is mostly James Mangold.
James Mangold?
Mostly, yeah, just having him.
I mean, yeah, he would be. He's pretty much, yeah, of course. He's known for making a great adaptation.
He's a Western guy.
He is a Western guy.
And give him control.
Now,
rated
R. I'm gonna go. And I would have gone James Mangold, but I had a feeling you were gonna pick him. Starting with another guy that I think is still under the radar, but he's fantastic. He had a fantastic movie last year in Hostels, and that would be Scott Cooper.
Of course.
I think Scott Cooper should definitely be a guy who, if they ever choose to adapt Red Dead, I know they tried to adapt Grand Theft Auto for years and years and years, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to actively shop Red Dead, especially with the amount of attention it's getting right now. But Scott Cooper, he directed Out of the Furnace. He directed Hostiles. If you haven't seen it, it's a phenomenal Western. I think it's even relevant in today's society, and it's just an incredibly acted film. Christian Bale, Timothy Chalamet, Adam Beach. But Scott Cooper direct. All right.
What about Ty Sheridan?
Ty Sheridan is John Marston?
Oh, no, I was talking about directing.
Oh, Ty Sheridan. I was thinking of, what's his name? Yeah, Ty Sheridan is,
Isn't that his name?
Taylor Sheridan.
Taylor.
Ty Sheridan is, Cyclops.
Oh, whoa.
Taylor Sheridan would be great.
I was thinking
but okay, here's my thing. The reason I say Scott Cooper is because he has a very good relationship with Christian Bale.
Oh,
you can get Christian Bale to play Dutch, and that would be, that's all I need. That's all I need. Sign me up right now. I will GoFundMe. I will put money into this thing. And let's say as John Marston. We can go with it might not be everybody's first, like when you just look at him, but it's just a guy that I try and plug anytime I can. He's extremely talented, should be a household name, more so than he already is. That would be Dylan O'Brien. I think he has tremendous range. I think that I don't know why he isn't a complete star already. But yep, Dylan O'Brien as John Marston. You heard it here. Scott Cooper directing, Christian Bale's Dutch.
I mean, I recently saw Sisters Brothers, and I really loved Joaquin Phoenix in that.
Yeah, he was great.
I want to see him.
A bit old though.
Just
for John.
They can add years to him.
Nah.
They don't have to follow it script by script.
I know, but I don't like him being that old.
You can have a good ending.
Yeah, it could be a great ending, but
he's old. He's been there. He's been in the West for a long time.
John Marston,
or anyone at least. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see him in there. But yeah,
You want to see Christian Bale in every movie.
Yes, I do. And Dylan O'Brien. I want to see them both in every movie. Throw Denzel Washington in there. Throw oh my gosh, what is his name?
From what movie?
Casey Affleck. Throw him in there.
Gosh.
We can throw. That's it. Maybe we'll do that in the end. I just want to go off on all the best actors, all our favorites. But anyways, we got a lot of movies coming out, man. We got a lot of movies. November is not going to be good for the wallet, but it's going to be good for the heart and good for the eyes. And I cannot wait for this huge slate. This weekend, we have a couple movies going to limited releases, but we got Bohemian Rhapsody getting a wide release. We got The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. Boy Race is going to be in L.A. and New York. We got Beautiful Boy getting a bit of a bump in theaters, and Suspiria. So I ask you this weekend, you're at the movie theater. You can either walk into Bohemian Rhapsody, Nutcracker in the Four Realms, Beautiful Boy, or Suspiria. What are you going to?
So, what was the choices again?
Bohemian Rhapsody, Nutcracker, Beautiful Boy, and Suspiria.
Okay, well, I would probably go with Beautiful Boy because I remember that was on my list.
Of course, top 5, yep. Same.
One of my most anticipated movies that I'm looking forward to. And so I would go to that one if it was like a first choice.
Okay, what's your second then?
From that, probably Suspiria.
Same.
Yeah.
We got the same list so far. Can we match it? What's number 3?
The Nutcracker.
Stop. It's Bohemian Rhapsody. Bohemian Rhapsody, and then The Nutcracker in the Four Realms, which seems like Disney just trying to make another Tim Burton movie without his name and seeing how it plays. Because, I mean...
How do you think it will play, though?
I think it'll do really good, actually,
Yeah.
because there's not really any, family competition. We have a lot of rated R films coming out. It's Oscar season. I think this is a good time to get that family dollar.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of movies to take your kids to at the moment. So I think it'll do great. Got the Disney name. Nutcracker, it's a classic story. And you have Morgan Freeman. So that might be enough to get me in there eventually, maybe on the 3rd weekend. But this November is going to be tough because after that, let me just run down. The next week we have Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, The Girl in the Spider's Web, and something we're very much anticipating, Overlord.
Oh, yes.
Produced by J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot. That's something I'm incredibly excited for.
Action horror?
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Looks like it. We got some zombies coming back. I just watched
Night of the Living Dead?
Night of the Living Dead, and that got me in this whole zombie kick.
Dawn of the Dead?
I wanted to say Dawn of the Dead, but then, okay, so The Grinch, Spider's Web, Overlord. The next week we have Fantastic Beasts 2, Widows, and a movie called Instant Family, which I'm not familiar with, but it's getting a wide release.
Yeah, I was thinking about...
Not for me. And then the week after that...
Oh, Instant Family. Is that with Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne?
Oh, wait, it is for me. Yep, Mark Wahlberg, Rose Byrne. I forgot about that. They go and adopt a couple kids.
Yeah.
Teenagers older than, most people would adopt. And it does look like an interesting story. I forgot completely what it was. But I think Rose Byrne is one of the most charming people I've ever seen on screen.
Oh.
Just from a personal perspective, she just is extremely charming to me.
Yeah, Incredible and Juliet Naked.
Yep, Juliet Naked. Go watch it. There's definitely no theaters playing it right now, but when it comes out,
yes,
pay to see it, please. But yeah, November 21st is one of the most packed weeks I've seen in a long time. I would say the most packed week of the cinematic year, if it wasn't for that week in December that has like Bumblebee, Aquaman, Mary Poppins. But we got November 21st releasing Creed 2, Green Book, Wreck-It Ralph 2, and Robin Hood.
All movies. What about in that list?
So my question to you is, out of Creed 2, Green Book, Wreck-It Ralph 2, Robin Hood, what do you think wins the box office that weekend?
Yeah, because I'm thinking between...
Green Book has no chance, even though it may be the best of the week.
Thinking between Creed 2 and Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, that's tough, but I think it's definitely Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, yeah. Especially with, their trailers. People,
adore them because there's so many IPs they have meshed in there.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to see it.
The Star Wars stuff.
I know people love Wreck-It Ralph. I really didn't care about it.
Yeah.
It was fine. I didn't fall in love or anything. I thought it was a good movie. But I just don't care.
Good movie,
the minute
good
you put Star Wars in there, I am there. I am there buying my ticket in advance. I don't care if it's 30 seconds, whatever the case. You will see me sitting in that theater. But yeah, in terms of excitement,
Creed
2 is, that's my franchise. Rocky, Creed, love it all. But Green Book has pretty much cemented itself as my most anticipated for the rest of the year. I just have a feeling I'm going to fall in love with it. It wasn't on my top 5 when we did that, and I'm so sorry I didn't include it. Or was it?
I don't think it was.
I don't think it was. It should have been. But Green Book looks incredible. If you haven't seen that, it's based on a true story. But go check out the trailer. Robin Hood, I hope it's really good. I have a feeling I'll enjoy it, even if maybe it doesn't play to the mass audience. I just have a feeling. I'm a fan of a lot of the people in it.
Yeah, I was about to say, who's the... I know Jamie Foxx, but I forgot the other
Taron Egerton.
Yeah, that's his
and
name.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Oh, yeah. 3 of them.
Who is probably the best villain working right now. Everybody seems to cast him as a villain. Because he's so damn good at it. And then after that, the last week in November, we have If Beale Street Could Talk. And that's, of course, the next feature directed by Barry Jenkins, who directed Moonlight. So, I mean, I'm excited to see it. The trailer didn't really hook me or anything. I didn't think it was a very compelling... Well, I won't say it wasn't compelling. For whatever reason, it just didn't interest me. I'm sure it's a great film. I'll definitely check it out. But we got a busy... That's all November, man. That's like 14 releases that we're going to see.
I don't know. Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. So yeah, that's going to be November. It was a great October in my opinion, and it looks to be like a better November. Also, I want to note that I think the last 4 or 5 Best Picture winners were all released in November. So
well, what does that tell you now?
Tells you there's a good shot one of these are going to win. And if I had to take a guess, it'd be Green Book. But don't underestimate A Star Is Born. Because everybody's seen that movie. People are loving it. I saw so many Halloween costumes. People are in love with the sound. Jackson, Maine.
What was her name?
Allie.
We never knew her last name, did we?
I think we did, but I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Mainly because, on stage she just goes by Allie.
From all the Harley Quinns we see and the City of Sirens we see, there's also some people dressed up as Jackson, Maine, and Allie.
Yes, sir.
That's a top costume.
Can I just take a moment to say that I dressed up as Dr. Alan Grant from Jurassic Park. It's a very simple costume, and I believed it was fairly recognizable. Yes, I am brown, but it's pretty... I mean, if I see anyone in that costume, I'm like, oh, it's Alan Grant. Obviously.
Oh, really?
I was asked if I was Kevin Hart from Jumanji multiple times. I was asked if I was a field worker, a drug lord, a field worker to a drug lord in the same outfit. I don't know how that works, but apparently it does. I was also asked if I was Chris Tucker, not any particular character, just the man.
Yeah.
And so no Alan Grants. So that was interesting.
Well, you were, in your defense, you were walking around without the shades, and then as soon as you put the shades on, people still continue to call you either a field worker.
Yeah.
Or
so that was
I was dying with the Kevin Hart from Jumanji.
Yeah, that was a bit uncultured. That one hurt a little bit.
Oh man, but I mean, could you imagine if you put on the other idea? Your other costume idea?
Well, we'll save that for next year. I'm planning far ahead this time so I can have it ready, but I will say it is from a certain movie called Black Panther. Yeah, I think that was a pretty good episode, wouldn't you think?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it pretty well too.
Talking about, possibilities for anime adaptations.
Did you say possibilities?
There was no need for that.
You know that's from?
I do know where that's from.
Where is it from, G?
Tilda Swinton.
From?
Doctor Strange.
Good job, man. Come on up and win yourself
a soft taco?
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
Soft taco on me.
Me. This time I get the whole taco?
Yep, you get the whole taco now.
Nice.
Because you turned another year old, and I'm so proud of you, man.
My
I'm
gosh.
so proud of you. I'm just, through the years watching you grow up, watching you, go from a boy really, who had never seen Lord of the Rings, to a boy who had.
Oh, yes. You were there.
Stepping stone.
Wow.
That's a stepping stone in your life, and I'm glad I was there.
Wow, you noticed that there was a difference.
No, I did not.
That's the major milestone you decided to pick out.
Yes, sir. That's the biggest milestone we've shared together. But yeah, another thing I just want to touch on real quick. If you go to the movie theater, please don't pull out your phones and go on Facebook or go on Instagram. If you really can't sit through a movie you're paying to see, which makes no sense to me, you're paying money to see it, and you're just spending all this time on your phone, just stay home, turn on Netflix, and be on your phone. Don't pay attention to what you're watching. It's rude. I mean, nothing makes my blood boil more than having rude, inconsiderate people in the theater. I spent my money to go see a movie. I want to enjoy it. I don't have to worry about, you playing Fortnite on your phone while it's during a gripping scene, or going through your feed looking at a twerking video while someone's crying. It's just so many problems as of late, and this really bothers me,
Yeah.
So if just next time, think about it. Think about your surroundings. Think about, everybody's had tough days, all that kind of stuff. They paid their money to see the movie. Just, you're not at home. You're at a movie theater. And, yeah, that's it. I wish that I could have a job. I would pay, actually, probably a little bit if they would allow me to just sit in movie theaters and kick people out.
Yeah, that would just be really satisfying to see.
I wish there was like a system where people could vote, like if someone's being annoying on your armrest, like everybody presses the same seat and they get like
wait,
jolt.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah,
but I can see it being
like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
That and just abused in general.
No, yeah, for sure. You're gonna have a lot of dumb teenagers and whatnot.
Yeah,
but that really, at least, I don't know. Just let me go in there with a taser.
It's just I can't understand it. Like, if we can't have basic respect in the theaters, and they add on like bars in theaters where we can't even establish basic respect, where people don't put their
people coming in half drunk, like they're supplying the alcohol for them.
I know.
It's a joke. And I don't know. I was hoping I could win that mega ball so that I could just open my own theater. And
make it like one of those, the one in LA that you were talking about.
I mean, no. Okay, here's my thing. You may call it uppity or whatever you want. This is, I'm usually not a fan of these kinds of establishments. You're gonna have to have a membership, all right? And it's not even gonna be a paid membership, but you have to have a membership to get your ticket. It'll be a free membership, but you have to have your card, or maybe it's gonna be an app. If you're unruly in the theater, maybe you get one warning. If enough people, if I don't know how I'm going to police it, but it's going to be police. If two things, you're out. Done. You pull your phone out, you're kicked out. I have no tolerance for it. If you have to check your phone, go to the hallway. Leave.
I would just have like four ushers like in each corner of the room, so they can see.
That costs a lot of money, But if I owned this place, I would do it myself. You know.
Well, you have like a couple of theaters. How could you watch it all?
Trust me, I have eyes. No, I'd have some sort of all the projectors would be shared in one floor. You know, all connected. Be basically like a big floor that It's weird to describe this. I have the plans. All right, don't worry about it.
What if you remember we were just saying like you can just launch like some sort of EMP?
Yeah, something? I wish there was some sort of cell blocking EMP we could just put in our pockets.
Because it's just
it's
basic
not like
respect.
I get it. If it's like I'm not gonna lose my mind over someone like taking a bunch. I mean, if you're putting so much effort to barely peek at your phone to see who, I mean, that's fine if you do it once or whatever. But if you're pulling out your phone, putting it above your head,
and the
to
large
go on Facebook,
the biggest, like the large, like the highest brightness.
You're on Facebook scrolling, like texting, just obnoxiously. I have no patience for it, and we will fight. But yeah. Anyways, movies are great. They are what I love. I consider the movie theater to be sacred. It is my holy place. And I just hope that other people can, respect it a little bit more. And yeah, I think that's going to be the episode. G, we're about to go eat a single soft taco each because that is what the budget allows. And then we're probably going to watch something like, I don't know, what's on the itinerary? What are we watching today?
I haven't checked the itinerary, actually. Who knows what's out?
Well, then let's just say we're going to watch Shark Boy and Lava Girl 2.
Oh, wow.
I shot it myself.
Oh. I was like, you got Taylor Lautner back?
No, absolutely not. But I did get a guy that looks like George Lopez.
Okay, well, we can work with that.
Yep. Shark Boy and Lava Girl 2 coming to a theater near you never. I will see you guys next time. I'm E, that's G. Happy birthday to my boy, and we'll see you later.